So brother, welcome to the training where in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to teach you this 3-step system that has not only helped me, but helped countless male business owners with families get back 15 plus hours a week, double energy and create better connections, deeper connections with the people that they love. And so right now you might feel like despite all your success, something is missing, that like no matter how much you achieve, it's never enough. And that there's this endless grind that feels like it's draining you, the stress, the deadlines, and there's never enough time to do what truly matters. And brother, I want to help you understand, like that was me for years until I discovered this big blind spot, right? This blind spot that is derailing your success. It causes unnecessary stress and it actually steals all your time. And then I want to show you how you fix it using this 3-step system. And so right now, most of us are operating out of this notion of have more. Like once I have more time, money, motivation, whatever it is, then I'll be able to do more. And I'll do more on myself. I'll do more with my family. I'll do more with my chosen one. Like I'll do more of the things that are going to light me up so that I can be more fulfilled, connected, and confident. And so we keep running this script that once I have more, then I'll do more, then I'll be more. And I thought this was the way to play the game. And so I kept chasing having more. I kept telling myself I just needed more money, thinking the way I was going to solve this was through a productivity course. And so I was spending a lot of money and time and effort like learning about productivity and time management. And I kept investing, like I'm talking thousands and thousands of dollars and thousands of hours into trying to solve this problem. Yet I became very, very efficient, very, very effective, yet nothing was really changing. And that wasn't until I was prompted with a really confronting question. If you had $10 million in the bank right now, would these challenges still be occurring? Now I'm talking about the arguments with my wife, the frustration with my kids, just the level of being triggered quite a lot of the time because I felt like I just couldn't get to the desired outcome I wanted. And I remember when I first heard this question, I actually laughed. I thought, this is ridiculous. Of course, of course. If I had $10 million in the bank, I would not have these problems I am having right now. Anyway, I tried it on for 7 days. And here's what happened. At first, like I was arguing with chosen one. During that argument, I asked myself the question, hey man, if I had $10 million in the bank right now, would I still be feeling this way? Would I still be having this argument? And the truth was, yes, I would be. I would still be frustrated and annoyed and triggered in that moment. And then the next thing that it was like, I was getting the kids ready for bed. I was getting really triggered. I was really frustrated. They weren't doing what I was told. And I asked myself the question, if I had $10 million in the bank right now, would I feel any different? And again, the answer was no, I would not feel any different, even if I had the money. And that's when my eyes opened. That's when I realized something was wrong, that it wasn't about how much money I had. It wasn't going to solve the actual pain point. And that's what I call the big blind spot, is that we get stuck chasing this notion of having more. Right? When I have more, then I will do more, and then I will be more. Be more is the outcome we want. And have more is the thing that the input we think we need. Now, the truth is, no matter how much you get, brother, it's never going to be enough. I work with men who have businesses that are doing $10 to $20 million a year, and they're still chasing have more. They think they want to get to the $50 to the $100 million mark. And then I've got guys who are doing $1 million to $3 million, and they want to get to the 5 to the 7 before they do more. And so we get stuck in this modality of having more, but it's actually never enough. We never have enough in order to move out of it. And if we don't understand this, we're unable to fix the problem at hand. And so the big fix that we need to look at is we need to start thinking about flipping the script, because if be more is the outcome, then this is where we need to start. Because once we be more in terms of the individual and the personality that we want to be, the fulfilled, happy, joyous, connected man that we want to be, the one who's playing with his kids, he's got plenty of time, he's hanging out with his wife, he has close, deep connections, then this is where we need to start. Because once we can be more, then we have the capacity to do more. Then we create as an outcome the have more. Now, the big question that sits on everyone's mind at this point, because it might not be the first time you've heard this, is how do you be more? Now, I'm a very logical man. I'm an aerospace engineer by trade. I've been in the coaching game for well over 10 years now, and I've coached over 1,000 men on how to transform and change their lives. But the thing is, I was never shown how to be more. Couldn't bridge the gap between this personal development world and this logical world. And it's like, where do these things meet? Like, how does this actually happen? And that's what's led me to this work. That's what's led me to this 3-step system I'm about to share with you, because right now I want to show you how do you be more. And so I want you to think about your life like this container. And inside this container are all the responsibilities in your life right now as a business owner, as a family man. As you can see, we have quite a lot. There's business growth, there's deadlines, there's chores, there's the events, there's travel, there's clients, there's kids schooling, there's being a father, there's exercise, there's marriage. We have a lot of responsibilities. The thing is, most of us are operating where our container feels full. And it's this notion of feeling full that is leading us to feeling like we just don't have time to do the things we want to do. We feel burnt out, we feel stretched thin, and we feel like we don't have the capacity to be able to do more. Now, the other challenge with this is, even though we're full, life as a businessman, as a father, as a family man, life keeps pouring in responsibilities. And so now we have a big problem, because as more responsibilities come in and we're full, all this starts to build up and create stress. If it continually comes in, at some point, the stress leads into what I call a break. This is when we lose our shit. This is when we disconnect. This is when we don't want to speak with chosen one. Right? That is when our container reaches maximum capacity and the responsibilities keep pouring in, and we can end up in this notion of burnout. The other thing that happens is we tend to have what we call overflow. Now, overflow is like overwhelm, like it's just pouring over the top. Like, we cannot keep up with all the things that we have going on. This leads us to living suboptimally. We are not showing up as our best selves. We can't show up as the father we want to be. We struggle to show up as the husband we desire to be. We can't keep our relationships together. And we're really struggling with, where do we go from here? As a business owner and as a family man, I can't just let go of responsibilities. I can't just tell my family that I'm going to check out for a couple of weeks while I sort out my responsibilities. And I can't just pause the business while I go and sort out my family. And again, this is a notion where men get stuck, because they're like, well, I have to give up one in order to get the other. And brother, if that's you, I want to show you that there is another way. Because if you're like me, I want it all. I want to have a successful, great business. I enjoy the game of business. I also want to be a fun, adventurous, exciting, connected and present father. I also want to be an amazing lover and husband for my chosen one. And I also want to be fit, healthy, strong, and have the health and the vitality to be able to do all the things that I want to do. How am I going to be able to do all that when I'm limited and I'm at full capacity? And that's what brings me to this. The answer to the problem at hand is what we call expanding your capacity. Expand your container. Instead of having a 1-liter container for all the responsibilities in life that we want to live, we're building out a 10-liter container. And so when we expand our capacity, we're no longer full. We're no longer at risk of breakdown, of stress, of burnout. We're able to take on more responsibilities. We're able to handle the growth and the expansion in the business as well as our kids get older, and hold down a beautiful marriage at the same time, and work on our health to create the best possible adventurous and experience that we can have as a man in life. And the outcome when we do this is, when we have a bigger container, we have more time, more energy to be able to do the things that we want to do, and we have more connection. And when we have more time, energy, and connection, we are living a more fulfilling, joyous, happy, fun life. Like, we are living the desired outcome we've been striving for the past 5, 10, 15 years. And so right now I want to show you this 3-step system that's simple and sustainable. And this is what's helping men reclaim 10 to 15 hours a week, double their energy, and it creates this deeper family connection. And you do this without sacrificing your business and without actually having to do more. Now, you might be asking, who the fuck are you, man? Like, who am I to listen to you? And I totally get that. And so let me share a couple of things with you. I've been in this game for close to a decade, working with hundreds of men each year on helping them expand their capacity to be better fathers, husbands, and leaders. I've found and created a tested and proven system. And that's what I want to show you today. In order to expand your capacity, there are just 3 things you need. The first is you need a morning power routine. I liken it to a professional athlete. The professional athlete, before they enter their event, their big event, they prime themselves. They set themselves up physically, mentally, and emotionally. And they do this through a very specific routine that they nail before they head into the event so that they show up as their best in the event. Our big event is our day, is today. This is the big event. Showing up as the best you possibly can in the business, the best you possibly can as a father, the best you possibly can as a husband, and the best you possibly can for yourself. And so a morning routine is the primer that you put in place every single day before your big event of being the best possible version of yourself. The second thing you need is structure. Structure helps you understand progress. It puts it in play in terms of like, where are we going? Why are we going there? Who do we need to be in order to get it? And then what are the markers along the way to show us that we're able to do that? And how do we do it in a way that we can gamify this to make it more fun for the logical man so that we know that we're winning? Similar to in business where we have all our KPIs, we need a similar set of KPIs in our personal life so that we can track it. And that is what the structure is. And then the third is the discipline. The discipline to do what needs to be done. Not what you want to do, it's what you need to do. Knowing that you want this desired outcome that you want in your world. And then all the things that you need to be doing in terms of the morning power routine, putting the structure in place and the markers. And the discipline to go ahead and do it. And when you put these three together, you expand your capacity. So let me show you a couple of examples here. You see, the old way is that you think you need more time so that you can make more money. But the truth is, you just need to be more focused, more disciplined with your time. That's going to create better financial success. It's going to help you make better decisions that are going to create the results that you want to have. When it comes to marriage, like the old way is like you think you need more time and money to be able to do all the things to create the happy wife, happy life scenario. But the truth is, you need to be more present. You need to be more emotionally available so that you can connect deeper and strengthen your relationship. When it comes to family, again, I hear this time and time again off a lot of men. It's like, dude, I just need, if I had more time to spend with the kids, everything would be better. But it's not true. It's not just about the time. You don't need more time to spend with the kids. You need to be more present and intentional with your time. And again, that comes from routine and structure and discipline, having the capacity to actually understand this, to raise your awareness. Like what about when it comes to fitness? We think we need more motivation. We need a better fitness program. And so we're jumping around every couple of weeks, jumping around, looking for different programs, different diets, all these different things, yet we're not getting the consistent results that we want. Instead, you need a better routine. You need more structure and the discipline to consistently work on yourself to improve your fitness and health. And then if I think about confidence, a lot of guys I've worked with over the years tell me, these are pretty confident guys, but they tell me that they're not being appreciated. They're not feeling the validation, and therefore it's hindering their motivation to put in more effort, whether that's in their marriage, whether that's in their families, whether that's in their business. I help them understand that that's not the problem. What we need to do is we need to build more self-acceptance. We need to build in this notion of inner strength because this enables you to expand. Then it's not about whether someone appreciates you or not. You know you're doing the work for you, man. Right? You're showing up the best for you and you're creating the desired results that you want for yourself and for those that you love. So in summary, brother, you need to work on being more through routine, structure, and discipline. So you can do more in terms of having more time, you're going to have more energy, you're going to have more connection in your life. Then you're going to create the success, the meaning, and the fulfillment that you've always desired, that you've been chasing to have. And so, brother, this is the path that I share. This is the Rising Kings methodology. And so right now, brother, if you're watching this and you feel like, hey man, I get it. I feel overwhelmed. I feel stretched thin. I'm a business owner. I got a family and I need to expand my capacity. Right now I'm doing what are called capacity upgrade calls. These are 45 minutes and I take a man through a very specific process to help you map out exactly what your routine, structure, and discipline would need to look like in order to get you the results that you want to get. There's details down below on what that looks like and how it happens. And again, the reason I do these is for two things. One is I'm here to help men. This is what I'm really, really good at. I help men get very crystal clear on what actually needs to shift in their world. And then the second part is when I take men through this process, at the end of it, they go down one of two paths. One is like, that's awesome, I'm going to take it away and I'm going to implement it. The second is, hey, I love it and I really want to do this. I need some support in order to do it. If that's you, brother, details down below. I'd love to get on a call with you and share this with you to help you expand, because at the end of the day, man, I'm thinking about your kids. I want them to have the father that they desire to have. And then secondly, I want you, man, to live your best possible life. And I want to show you a path to get you there. So if that's you, brother, details down below. Look forward to speaking with you. Stay strong.